Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode 8 of the Hardcore Iron Man series, a series in which I am just a regular Hardcore Iron Man. As far as my goals though, I am not looking really to max, I'm more looking just for the PVM experience and to go out like a champ. Because last time I had a Hardcore Iron Man, I died AFKing a Slayer task and playing Fortnite. So, I'd be ecstatic to go out at the wheel of the account. As far as where we're looking right now, my bank value is 22 mil, so it's pretty good stuff. We got a lot of seeds, a lot of herbs last episode. We'll keep working on that this time around. In addition to that, some of the early goals that I want to get done with for this episode, I'm about to get 61 farming, which is nice for snake grass seeds. In addition to that, I recently got 52 range, so I can make a magic short bow, and I've got my fletching up high enough to be able to get an easy boost for the magic short bow to be able to fletch it. So, all that put together, those are the first few things I think I'm going to be doing. As far as long term for this episode, would love to do a lot of Slayer. I got the black mask at the end of last episode, so I was pretty excited for that. And it is going to be one of the most useful upgrades going forward for me. Bank is very, very dirty, but I just won't worry about it. Should be able to get my farming level off this patch. Got a decent amount of watermelons using the last little bit of seeds I have in the bank because, as I said before, I get the upgrade up to snape grass and I can get triple maple roots, which I don't really care about at all. But the snape grass seeds, as you can tell, I've kind of been stacking up both from drops and from the master farmer. So I've been waiting for this moment, and these allotments are kind of nice XP to add on considering I don't really do much else other than my limp words and my herbs. So helps out in that regard. As far as my hunter, I haven't gotten that up in a few days because I kind of ran out of rubies for the dig site pendants. I'm going to go ahead and I actually got like 25 of them from the rogue's den, so works out, and I'll be able to cut those up, make those into necklaces, and I can get on with my bird's house nest. Reason I say that is because eventually once I start stacking those up enough, I'll open them all and then I can get the real farming XP with some of those fruit trees and regular trees that I'll get in there. But as for right now, just going to keep scrubbing along happily with allotments. So yesterday I went ahead and got myself 78 fletching, and then from there, that was a very doable boost to be able to go and get some stews and some spices and then be able to go ahead and try to get my fletching up to 80, at which point then I could make a magic short bow. So that was my plan yesterday night, and from there I also went on to go get an Avis accumulator because that was kind of an upgrade that I had gotten a level for but had not gotten a piece for it yet. But yeah, with 60 range, I'm going to unlock myself the ability to wear red D-hide. However, crafting level is not going to allow it, and my gear right now is not going to be upgraded for a little bit anyways. Nonetheless, up to 60 range, and once I get up to 61, then I can get myself a nice little rune crossbow. Looking forward to that. That will allow me to be a lot more viable on my Slayer task and just kind of PVMing in general. So happy to get that, and honestly, this is my favorite spot to do ammonite crabs. Just up here on like this, I guess down here on the south side of the island, southeast side. There's 3 pretty close. I just run over here if I am unaggroed like I am right now. Just so much easier to find a world. I never get crashed over here. Earlier I went to the main spots and it was a mistake. I messed up. So I've since gotten up to 61 range. I was going to do just a little more, but then I was like, well, I may as well go and put it to use on some Slayer tasks. I have a Black Demon's task right now. But before that, I've been using steel arrows, and I found out recently I don't really stay too up to date on updates that I don't really think affect me. But apparently, Last Man Standing's table now has like Addy arrows, and it had rune arrows for a bit, but now it's Addy. I think you get 350 per 1 point that you get at LMS. But yeah, this is all safe. Last Man Standing's in there, and safe death all around, so I no worries here, but yeah, I need some better arrows because as if my gear wasn't bad enough. All right, so I'm not going to do any more of that. Eventually I'll come on by, but I don't know. It took a little while. Up to 20 points. Do I want to show my overall score? Probably not. So I'm just going to buy a bunch of adamant arrows and call it a day. Should give me 7K. Yeah, very nice stuff. So I don't have to purchase those, save myself a lot of money. Not a 1KD. However, there was like 3 games, maybe even 4, where I just AFK'd so hard at the beginning I didn't even know I was playing. So not too bad for the first time. Was kind of feeling, honestly, decent bit of fun. We'll be happy to come back here at some point, but I'm too sweaty right now. I gotta go. Got a couple levels I'll go ahead and get right now. The first one being 67 defense, not all that useful, But, another combat level, pushing that even higher, closing in on 87 total. And then I'm also going to get 70 attack, so that will, in theory, unlock me a whip. Now, can I get the whip? Not until 85 Slayer, so it'll be a good while. But I don't mind that. It encourages me to trade my strength more than my attack and defense, which is honestly good for most accounts. I always have to try to tell, I guess this is more directed at the friends of mine that have got back into RS, but I try to deter them from a whip, man. Because once you get that whip, you don't want to go back to DSim. So you may as well just get as much strength as you can, and that's probably going to be my plan right now. Prayer's getting a little low. I do AFK a ton, so right now watching Barca and Bayern on the side, and it has been a fun game so far, 15 minutes in, but I know I'm going to continue doing some Slayer and just keep pushing this higher, probably come back with 60, and the first 2 or 3 tasks that I did post Black Mask, I actually forgot to wear it, so this is my first full task with it on. Feels good. At the Woodcutting Guild, gonna go ahead and get up to 82 woodcutting. Don't unlock anything too much with that, just unlocking myself the ability to get more GP. Every now and then when I want AFK, just, I do it every now and then. What can I say? Stop by the yew trees in the Woodcutting Guild. Allows me to get some passive GP. Last video, I went into the comments and someone reminded me that I should not at all be picking flax. I've been picking flax for a little while. Now, it's not as difficult and kind of AFK because, again, I have a foot pedal and flax is just right in a row, so I can pick full inventories without really paying attention, but still, you can get a ton of bowstrings per hour doing temple trekking, like about 3k, maybe a little over under, and yeah, definitely the way I gotta go with that. So gotta do a little bit more of the Morantania quest line, and in addition to that, I understand that this tile marker is a bit strange. I just like knowing exactly where to click. I don't know. Probably not the greatest to look at, but it helps me out. And another skill I've been getting up a little bit. About to go ahead and get 60 mining. Got a few levels, but nothing too much unlocked with them, so didn't feel it necessary to record, but that is 60. And now I have I can now enter the world famous mining guild. That's right over there. It feels good, and I can stroll on in there and see what that's all about. Nice place to actually do some power iron mining if you're into that, because you get a little boost like the Woodcutting Guild. And can now mine some Dayal Essence, which I won't be doing any of anytime soon, so no worries there. But most importantly to me actually is the fact that that is a pre-requirement for lunar diplomacy. That means only 61 crafting is left, and then I can do this quest, which is very, very useful for my account, especially even more so crafting going forward. Super Glass Make, great spell for me, and the Lunar Spellbook has a lot of useful spells for an hardcore Iron Man, so we're definitely looking forward to that. And yeah, I honestly am not going to mine anymore. I don't feel the need to get any higher right now, but every now and then I'm sure I'll pop by here and still try to get my nuggets up, and eventually I can get that upper level access. But I'll see how many nuggets I have right now and see what pieces I can buy, because eventually I'm going to need the full set for the Falador Hard Diary. So we'll give a little peek onto the bank and see what we got going on here. How many nuggets? Ooh. I actually don't really pay too much attention to this because it's kind of meaningless until you get to the very end, but it would be nice to get some of these. Could probably utilize them in a... No, this is probably going to be the way to go. I'm going to go with the jacket and the legs, and that's exactly how many I had. So that's very nice. Little XP boost there, and now it looks like I am only 2 pieces away from having the full set, making some good upgrades. Back with a little bit of a Slayer breakthrough, going up to 60 right now. Also got a nice little range level. I learned the hard way that probably should be using this setup at monsters with very low defense. I went to Black Demons. That was a horrid idea, and I learned my lesson pretty quickly. But now able to kill Aber Inspectors. Nice little monster chilling over here. Got to bring my nose peg, though. Can't go in there and test that out yet. Those will be pretty good for herbs, herb seeds, all that type of stuff. And then I also got Basilisk Knights. However, I won't be killing those anytime soon. Need Fremennik Exile still. And yeah, don't really have the means to do that right now. So I think I'm going to pass on that for a little while, but happy to get Aber Inspectors. Nice little unlock. And wow, really, I have sapphires turned off. I probably missed out on a lot of them, but that's okay. I don't care. This is probably one of the longest tasks in the game by far. Deviant Specters, just horrid, but as far as what they are good at, Brimstone Keys, pretty good because they're level 169. Also moderately terrifying if my prayer drops. And 140 Limpwort Roots. Disgusting. Also not good at being able to hit on. They have high defense. That's why the chassis lasted a while, but I do what I gotta do. I've wasted a lot of prayer pots, but not wasted, because like I said again, so many limpwort seeds. I don't understand. Nonetheless, we have 70 defense coming in, so that gives me the ability to wear Barrows gear, maybe a couple other types of gear, but most importantly what I can access now is Barrows, which is what I am going to be looking forward to next episode. I still got a couple quests I would like to do to be able to round off this episode, but yeah, I mean 70 defense, good spot to end, 70 attack as well, and can kind of push my strength a little higher now. In terms of the defensive gear that I got, yeah, I mean, in addition, Boots of Brimstone, not getting that, Crystal Armor, not getting that, I mean, none of this stuff I'm getting anytime soon other than Barrows gear, so pretty pumped for that. Med-level Slayer, one of my favorite things to do in the game. I mean, Slayer's kind of always been my favorite skill, but on an Iron Man, it all just makes it feel a bit more worth it, and yeah, I just keep drawing back to these seeds, because holy shit, man. I understand if Jax wants to get the seeds into the game a little more, but he could have like spaced it out. This makes it feel like, you know, like you purposefully just put them on this table just to make Iron Man happy, which I'm sure they did, but if you space them out a little bit more, I don't feel as bad about it. I would have never have known. But this, I mean, I was actually out of limpwort seeds, so I'm not, again, complaining, but it does make me feel like I got coddled here, and you know, I want to feel like I earned it. Still stacking the herbs though, and the Ranards as well, so I'm not too worried about my prayer potions, and I can go to Master Farmer whenever if I need a little bit more. In terms of what quests I want to do In Aid of Marek and In Search of the Marek, so then whenever I want to go on the Sparrows grind and get the Moritania Heart unlocked, I have the ability to do so, and I have some nice little useful upgrades with those quests. I guess I'll get an assignment right now. Probably won't be finishing that, but I will go ahead and open up this chest and see what we can get from these 10. So 4 torsos, I don't even know how, I mean, that's far down the line, but yeah, a little bit of coins, some alchables in the room, plate legs, and diamonds as well. The gold ore, and I guess just ore in general is pretty nice because my smithing tends to be a little low right now. And yeah, some dragon dart tips as well. The Konar chest on the Iron Man, I fully haven't figured out what exactly I'm looking for and what I'm not, but I know that at the end of the day, it's all going to be pretty useful for me as long as I don't die. Also, nose peg. This is the only task. I've never actually wanted a Slayer mask or a Slayer helm early on an Iron Man, but those Deviant Spectres are annoying as hell because you have to wear the earmuffs to get by the Banshees, and then before you get to the Deviant Spectres, you gotta throw on your nose peg while not getting hit by the Banshees. Horrid. And I don't have many resources in my bank, so I was kind of worried, but managed it, and the only time I've ever been upset at myself for not having the Slayer helm yet. My Xbox just turned on. I didn't even touch it. The government's watching me. All right, talking to the stranger in Canvas. Gonna go ahead and complete In Search of the Marek. 2 quest points and a little bit of XP and miscellaneous skills. Shouldn't be getting anything off that, but that will allow me to do In Aid of the Marek next, and that's probably where I'm going to end off this episode. Save that for next time. Nice little tease. As far as where we're ending off, the total level, 1459 total, which is very, very nice, closing in on 1500, nearing 90 combat, and in addition to that, the bank value is up to about 25 mil, so doing pretty good in regards to the bank and the skills, and feeling good in total as the account grows ever more. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, make sure to leave a like. Anything you want to tell me, let me know in a comment down below, and on top of that, if you guys want to see more videos like this as soon as they go live, make sure to hit that subscribe. And with that said, hopefully you guys have a wonderful day, and see you.